In this tutorial, we'll be talking about setting tabs. First thing you will want to do before you set your tabs is go to the View tab and turn on the ruler, which is in the Show group. So that just turns this ruler on here, so you can see here's where your margins are, and here's the actual area of the page that you'll be typing on. You also get this little box over here in the left-hand corner. This will set a left tab. If you click on it, then it changes. Then you have a center tab, a right tab, a decimal tab, a bar tab, indenting, which would be the two triangles, and then again back to left tab. To start with, let's go ahead and just type the days of the week. This will be your standard tabs that you have, so Monday, Tuesday. Notice your autocomplete will work if you use that. But the issue with standard tabs that we have is that you have uneven spacing between the tabs. These ones are pretty good, but then you get this is a little closer, pretty good, really close, back to normal. And what happens with standard tabs is it automatically takes you to the next ½ inch mark. So right now, so Monday goes to ½ inch, so our next one starts at 1. But then this one goes over the ½ inch, and still we get to 3, so that's why we have an uneven spacing here. And we're about ½ inch between those 4, but then Friday doesn't quite make it to 4½, so the next one just ends up at 4½ to 5, and then again we're our ½ inch to 5½. So that's your standard tabs. Now we can adjust these and set our own tabs so that we can control how far the tabs actually space and make it look nice. Go ahead and enter down a couple of times to get to the next row, and then we are going to do a class schedule. Enter one more time, and before we type anything else, we're going to set our tabs. So to do that, you can do it in a couple of places. If you have this set up, so left tab, let's go ahead and click on the 2, and notice it puts a little L on here, so that sets your tab there. And we're going to do a center tab at, let's say, 3, and click it one more time to get a right tab, and we'll do that one at 4. Now to use these tabs that we've set, we're going to hit tab on our keyboard, and notice instead of taking us a ½ inch, it takes us over to 2. So we're going to do class, period, and teacher. And notice as I'm typing each of those in that they are all set to different alignments. So if I tab down and the class I have is computer tech, now I have a little problem. And then my teacher would be Mrs. Nielsen. And then enter down, and let's say I have marketing, second period with Hanson. And then I have woodshop, third with McNeil. And then I have English, fourth with Ritter. But again, notice we have this problem up here. So if I wanted to reset my tabs, I'm going to go ahead and select all of my lines of text that you are using these tabs. And then I'm just going to click and drag my tabs to move them. So maybe do 1.29. And let's move our teacher over to 5 just to spread that out a little bit. Maybe move the period to 3.25. And then I can come back in here, and since I only have one tab in here, hit tab again, and this would be first. And now I've evenly spaced these out. So if I turn on my non-printing characters, you can see here is my tabs, here's a tab, here's a tab. There are no spaces, which are the little dots. Okay, let's enter down after our class schedule, and we are going to turn our tabs off. So to turn them off, you can actually just click and drag, pull them right off the ruler, and then you no longer have tabs set. So this time we're going to do a class role and enter. And this time to set our tabs, we're going to go into the paragraph dialog box. And down at the bottom left of that box, we have a tabs command button. And then in here, we can set our tabs. So let's set, let's do a 2-inch tab again. And we're going to leave the alignment as left and no leader. And hit set. And notice it moves down into this box showing it's set. And then let's do a 4.5. And we'll make this a right tab. And this time I'd like you to add one of these 3 leaders onto it. I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Set. So now it's set, and I'm going to click OK. You can see my 2 tabs set right here. So I'm going to tab over, type my name, tab again, and type someone else's name that's in this class. Enter. And Mr. Okay. So a leader is this middle section that we have set up. And what a leader does is it leads you from one set of information to the next set of information. Most often you see this in tables of contents, where it takes you from this is the chapter to this is what page number you're going to go to. So that's what the leader does. Okay. To clear them into your tabs dialog box, and then you can clear one at a time, or if you hit clear all, clears everything you've set. Click OK. And now we're going to do a shopping list. So another way you can get into the dialog box is if you go to these indent markers and double click, and then you can hit tabs in the dialog box that comes up. Let's go ahead and set our tabs. So we're going to do a 1-inch left tab, a 2.25 bar tab, a 3.25 center tab, a 4.25 bar tab, and our last one will be a 5.5 decimal tab. Click OK, and notice I've got them up here. Also notice at 2.25 and 4.25 I have these bars. That would be our bar tab that we have set. So in our shopping list we're going to put the item, and when you tab it'll just skip right over that bar tab and go to the next tab in line. So quantity, and our last one will be price. And we're going to buy marshmallows and 2 packs at $2.12. And then we're going to buy chocolate. We're going to buy 3 bars of chocolate. And these are 85 cents each. And then we're going to buy graham crackers. 1 box of graham crackers for $3. And notice, so we have our bar tabs here that are a little different. This left tab is left aligned, center tab is center aligned, and our decimal tab actually lines up at the decimal place for each of these. So if I was to type in Ferrari, just for fun, and we'll say a Ferrari is 3 million. Notice that everything left of the decimal place moves left. So that's what a decimal tab does, is that it lines everything up at the decimal. Okay, let's go ahead and clear these. So again, paragraph group dialog box, tabs, clear all, and OK. And now we've cleared that, and that is how you set tabs.